Welcome, everybody. This is the MOSHCAST, episode 33. I'm your host, Almighty Sion. We got a special guest today, Jeffreyneurotic.
What up, y'all?
Yeah. So, what's up, dude?
Hey, what up?
What'd you ask? What'd you ask? Whenever
Yeah, who produced that?
my fucking producer, 9mm Beats.
9mm Beats.
Yeah, shout out 9mm. I was like, dude, he's been through the whole podcast with me the whole way, and he's done almost all of my beats that I've done for my music, and so I was like, hey, dude, I need an intro for the Moshcast, and he produced that shit.
Hell
And
yeah.
I was like, dude, that's so fucking dope. I mean, I have beats that he's put on deck for me just in case somebody wants to spit a fucking freestyle. I got some beats on deck and everything. He's fucking dope. I love his beats all the time. He posts like almost every fucking week a new beat on
Hell
YouTube
yeah.
and shit. So
Yeah, I follow a few producers and like listening in on some things, so I'll definitely look that up.
oh yeah, for sure.
9mm Beats.
Yeah, he's always plugged into on the podcast and shit, man. You gotta give love for the day ones. You know what I'm saying? But how you been, dude?
I've been good.
We've been fucking back and forth trying to fucking get
It's
this
been
thing
busy. It's been hard to find a moment to sit. Like, look at me. I look tired.
going. Yeah, everybody.
I
Dude,
don't sleep.
no, but I don't think anybody sleeps anymore, dude. Like, there's no time for sleeping. Everything's
No.
just going and going and going.
I do lay down and contemplate a lot of shit though sometimes.
Oh, yeah?
That's the closest thing to sleep.
Is
I
it
get.
contemplating or is it like manic, anxiety-induced mental?
It's
shit?
no, it's like a whole ass argument in my head, dude. Like I have full blown arguments with myself and all my fucking ideas. I argue with my ideas.
Oh fuck yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Like ideas as in like music wise or like what else do you do? Do you have anything else that you're doing?
Well, we've been working on some like locations for the next EP. There's like a whole video series I'm wanting to do.
Okay.
But like we're plotting that down. Raising a 2-year-old.
Oh
That's
right,
busy.
right, 100%.
Yeah, raising a little girl up.
That's exciting.
I've been kind of staying away from doing whole performances at shows.
Right.
Because I've been trying to focus on getting this very next EP finished. Because I just dropped Convicted and Committed.
Right.
And like I've been pumping that and while I'm pumping that and plugging that, working on the very next step, and it's like everything constantly stays in motion.
Right.
And it's
right.
like, it's easier to just pop up and do a couple songs and then
100%.
Yeah.
Do you ever get torn? Do you ever get torn in between? Because in the music, you gotta get these things done. You gotta get this EP or album or whatever done. But also, like, your homies are like making this badass fucking gig happen.
Yeah.
Do you ever get like torn to the point where you're like, I don't know what to fucking do?
Yeah, that's in the past. Like I really came now, not so much. I do feel really torn, yeah, inside, but I have a stronger discipline to be like, no, I gotta focus. I gotta stay focused on this one thing and stand my ground on this. And like I'm gonna be doing shows here soon, but like still got a lot of stuff we're trying to get finished up and ready, man. Like
Right.
there's a whole tour in the works that's later on down, like in springtime we're looking at.
Right.
Spring or summer, and there's that. There's coming up with all the next steps between now and then.
Right,
And like
right.
I've been working with Eli, and like he just dropped off with my head, and we went and shot a music video, and we're about to drop that on everyone's head.
That was fucking awesome. I saw that live performed.
Oh man,
and
dude.
that shit was fucking dope. That
Dude.
shit was badass.
Oh, I wish I had asked previously if it was okay to talk more about the video yet, but I'm just gonna say that like it's probably the most fun I've had shooting a music video.
Oh yeah.
I've done a few with my band Seidel. I did a couple with my band Seidel, and those were really fun experiences because like that was like we came up with the idea, and
Right.
I came up with this location, everything for those videos, and this one was just like I kind of got to sit back because Eli had already had everything planned out, and so
Right.
I kind of got to just have more fun, and instead of just focusing on work,
Hell yeah.
and
Hell
like,
yeah.
and it flowed pretty freely, and like third eye visuals, uh, dude, it's about to get lit. Y'all are about to see
That's gonna
some.
get fucking
It's about to
crazy.
be. I already know it's about to be crazy.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, especially whenever I first found you out, and basically that first little gig that you showed up at, and I was recording and videotaping and all that stuff. Which is coming, by the way. I'm sorry that it's always all the time I'm saying it's coming, but it was one of these projects where I just kind of condensed everything, and I was like, I'm going to see how it works, and it's working out great. Like in the computer wise, it's working fine. It's working phenomenal. Like it's a dope ass like vlog type video. The time though, I don't have fucking time to go through like 300 little snips of videos. Since I'm doing podcasts on and everything else, but it's coming. It's coming. But like I said, whenever I first met you, it was fucking insane. I wasn't like prepared to be like, oh, I'm gonna meet Jeffrey, on stage. It's gonna be sick as fuck, which it was. But I didn't know I was gonna get to that extent, to the point where like you did shit, and it just blew the fucking thing out of the water. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, dude. It's always the last party time, the first one. That one was off the chains. So it's like I already knew that part two
Right.
was going to be lit, and
Right.
it was.
Right.
Dude. It was insane, and like it's all. I don't know. It's a humbling to be
Yeah.
to like be able to be a part of that, because there was a lot of people who have been doing this a lot longer than me,
Right.
and have established themselves, and you know, I'm up there with them now.
Right. Right. Now you're just chilling. You're just chilling with them, which is it's really badass because I have a whenever I lived in Freona all my life, and then I moved to Hereford, and then I moved to Canyon. My next step is to move somewhere bigger, but I wanted to move here because I knew that Amarillo was not too big but not too small, and it had some type of presence of music,
Yeah.
And I wanted to get involved. Once I started getting involved with the podcast or with my own music or whatever, I started to notice that there is two sides to Amarillo. It's either you don't give a fuck anymore because people have fucked you over so much that you're just doing your own shit, and you're like, you know what, I don't give a fuck about this person, I don't give a shit about that, I'm just doing me. Or you got people on the side of everybody's fucking welcoming, everybody is involved, everybody wants to get you involved, and that's where I'm at right now. So there's two sides of this town, I guess, in the music world. I don't know if it's for every fucking aspect of this town, but in music for sure.
I know. Well, I mess with the people I like to mess with,
Right.
and it's like I'm not like if I like their music, if I like your music, then you're not like a piece of shit person. I mean, like, then yeah, I fucks with you, and it's like if I don't, I either fucks with you or I don't.
Right.
I mean, it's
Right.
like,
Well,
I mean, I see potential in new faces. I like to greet new faces and new whenever there's like someone new that
Right.
pops up,
Right.
because we've all been there. And,
right. Yeah. 100%.
I was because I feel like I'm new, but like because I was already established with my band Seidel
Yeah.
long before I started doing my rap. But I was doing rap before I was in my band Seidel. Whenever I was a kid, I just never got out with it.
Right. Right.
So it's kind of like a weird circle for me. And
Yeah,
now-
you're just getting well versed in all of
so,
it.
Yeah. So I mean, I try to just pass the blessings on best I can.
Right.
I've lived a pretty calloused life before.
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
I'm trying not to be as calloused and all that.
Yeah. Once you get like a 2-year-old, you're like, man, I think I got a heart. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's what. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I got a heart, and my daughter's probably the leading.
Yeah. She unlocked it.
Light
She's
man,
like unlocking the potential.
Yeah, my wife and kid kind of those are my lights, and
Right.
shit, man, like I've walked around in dark a lot to the
Right.
point where you start to you can see fine in the dark, and then whenever you get light,
You're
And
like,
it's just blinding.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
like,
wow, fuck.
by the time I saw light, I was already a man. Looking at it.
Fucking yeah, man. My 4 year old, she's about to be 5 in December, man, and that's all I think about most of the time. When I'm like caught up in a fucking situation or I'm caught up in a decision I gotta make, I'm like, well, honestly, if Phoebe's fucking happy, then fucking I am too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's 100.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, is there like politics in music here in Amarillo? Is there like literal like politics where it's like who runs what or who runs shit or this is the gang that fucking does shit in the group or the fucking person or whatever? Is that
I'm sure everyone thinks that there's some kind of politics that they're running and everything. Everyone wants to run something.
right?
I mean, everyone wants to be the king of their own empire.
Right, right.
And you know,
I feel like that's
uh,
okay. I mean, to be honest, Jeff, like you got something going on that like nobody's doing. I would say to the point where it's like it's produced well. The way you're doing it sounds really well. I mean, it's not one of those things where it's all jumbled. I'm sorry if this offends people, but it's not like a camaraderie jumbled fuck song where nothing makes sense because you're screaming over this and you're redubbing this and all of this shit. It's well it's well made. You know what I'm saying?
thank you.
And the sound works really well with your presence, and the sound works really well with just recording in general to where somebody listens to it and it's appealing to the ear. You know what I'm saying? That whatever
Thank
you're
you.
whatever you're doing it right. But like you're on this beaten path of like not a few people are doing it, and if the people that are doing it they're like a little bit behind you and they're kind of doing their own thing and you're just saying what's up, I'm a traveler or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just passing through.
I'm just passing through because I mean, we can get into genres and stuff like that, and we can get onto the people that do this type of vibe and this feel to their music. But like in Amarillo, you're one of the biggest parts of your own genre. You know what I'm saying?
I'm really just a 31-year-old juggalo trying to make his way and shit, man. I'm just doing what feels good to me,
Right.
and it's fun because I get to tackle a lot of my own like mental demons and shit
Right.
in a
Right.
way that really gets it out. Like once it's out, I really feel like I've conquered something
Yeah.
inside myself. Like I've really like every song I do is I like transcend into another level
Right.
of myself. And it's just kind of I feel like I did a lot of songs whenever I was starting out recording and putting them out. It was with Seidel,
Yeah.
and that was like me coming out the grime, because Seidel was the heaviest, grimiest, just the darkest shit,
Right.
and like,
Right. Right.
and then it's like once now I'm covered in the filth, but like I can finally see the light,
Right.
and it's like I've transcended into something new, and that's where it's just me
Yeah.
and this neurotic adventure that I'm on, and I'm just it's kind of like I said earlier, it's all pretty humbling
Right,
in a way.
right. Well, let's jump into that. You said it was neurotic adventure. Let's talk about your origin story. Let's talk about your origin. You made a song about, and music itself is already hyped up and it's already exaggerated and stuff. But the actual origin of Jeffrey Neurotic, where did you get the name? How did it all start? Let's get into those deets, man, because I really want to know. Like we were talking about I posted a song on the podcast, and I wanted to know what your name actually meant to you because it's a big statement. Neurotic is a very
Neurotic.
big statement.
Yeah. So it's
It's something.
it speaks for itself
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah.
I mean, I'm not. A lot of people are like, why I can't take a motherfucker seriously that calls himself neurotic. I'm like, well, at least I own my crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and insanity in a world of insanity is in itself insane,
Right, right,
as
right.
as has been said, and you know, I'm not full blown just fucking cuckoo cachoo.
Right, right.
but like I'm not fucking perfect.
Right. I feel like
I ain't gonna front. What am I gonna call myself? Like Jeffrey Clean Cut,
Jeffrey
something
Clean
like
Cut.
like what do you want me to be?
Jeffrey Normal.
You want me to Jeffrey Normal? What is normal?
Yeah. Honestly, in this world that, with what's going on right now, what is fucking normal now?
I mean, I know I'm not. Totally. I'm aware of my instabilities, and I'm
Right.
constantly trying to deal with them and battle them. And I've been in and out of institutions and in the system since I was a kid, and just through a lot of shit, man. And not, I'm not gonna. We're not gonna get in the whole thing,
Right.
but I'll
Right.
just say wrap it up as like, it's enough to make a person like me.
Right. 100%.
And
You can either
what that is I'm not trying to define myself. I guess that's up for the world to decide what
Right,
what
right.
y'all think I am, and like
to the viewer, to the fan,
what am I supposed to be?
Yeah.
I mean,
what is anybody supposed to be?
yeah, what are we?
What the fuck are we? What the fuck are we? Oh shit!
People are gonna be like, oh damn it, Jeffrey dropped acid before he went to another interview, didn't he? And you're like, nah, man, no.
Well, it's because we're becoming aware. Okay. So I don't know if about like a lot of the politics that are going on and all of this shit. You want to know something fucking crazy? You know what QAnon is?
Yeah.
Okay. So I didn't know. I didn't get into the depths of like QAnon itself because I thought it was just like a right-winged extremist group that didn't whatever. Until I started really getting into it, and dude, let me tell you, 2 days ago, QAnon had a rally, and it was a rally for JFK Jr. You know who JFK Jr. is? He's JFK's fucking son.
Yeah. Like I'm gonna assume it's JFK's son.
I think if I got the information right, JFK Jr. died 23 years ago. He died 23 years ago.
Like the whole family just
Yeah. QAnon, this is a shit true story. This is real. This is what they believe. QAnon thought that fucking JFK Jr. was gonna rise from his grave. Right?
Oh.
Rise from his grave and crown, not shitting you, Donald Trump to be King of Kings. This is real time. This is in real life. This is America right now, dog.
What's wrong?
and
y'all want to make I can't take a guy seriously who calls himself neurotic. Oh yeah? Yeah.
Bitch,
y'all can't take yourself seriously. Fuck off.
you're thinking that people are literally coming out of their fucking graves. Nobody has done that shit since Jesus.
Can't take a guy seriously.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
can't take anyone seriously.
they can't take me serious because I made a fucking podcast that I'm fucking dragged the fuck out with fucking hair on. But you're over here talking about politics and thinking that Donald Trump's fucking God. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Jesus.
Fuck out of here. Sorry, I have fun and your thumbs up your ass because you think that cornflakes turn your brainwaves into fucking technological warfare or some shit.
Yeah.
Nope. Maybe. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Chuck says Chuck wants to say that he's really glad he doesn't have to put up with the kneeling shit anymore, except for mine. I really want to say that. Thank you, Chuck. That really means a lot to me.
Right. So I'm pretty comfortable in this area. But would you like to talk to people about what he is, what Chuck is, or
Chuck?
Yeah.
Chuck is let me tell him. Yeah. So Chuck is kind of like he's my friend.
Yeah.
Sometimes I am a little skeptical of our friendship. But I'm in control.
Mm-hmm.
So That's the good thing is I'm
How
in
long?
control.
How long did it take?
Well, I mean, like,
Was it at the beginning? It's like, I'm just gonna be your boss. Just be a
shit.
homie.
No, like he can trick me into losing control if he can get me to follow a certain chain of events,
Right.
and it'll just like lead me into a catastrophic fucking end. But that's the game. It's like
Right.
he we're trying to kill each other, and I'm having a little bit of trouble doing that, and he's had almost a couple successful attempts at me.
Right. Right.
And so it's a little bit one-sided right now, but I'm in control.
Right.
So
Well, I feel like a lot of people don't like. I feel like a lot of people deal with something like. Not saying that Chuck is a all thing, but like I feel like people deal with certain Chucks
metaphors.
Metaphors. A lot of
A
metaphors.
lot of metaphors.
A lot of metaphors.
There's a lot of metaphors.
People deal with
a lot
those,
of metaphors.
People deal with a lot of those metaphors, and it's like I watched this thing, man, and it like really opened my eye. It's like whenever you start talking to this thing that you're dealing with, like it's a real thing, like it's you. Like let's say, for example, depression. If you start talking like depression is a living person in your life right now,
Yeah, sad Jeff.
it's a lot easier. Yeah, it's a lot easier.
That's sad. That's sad, Jeff.
Yeah, it's a lot
He's
easier
depressed.
to fucking process the feelings and process the emotions and deal with it in your time, in real life.
My best advice is don't ever give it a name.
Because then it just sticks.
Then it fucking sticks. Don't ever give it a name.
Dude, I've had some really fucking.
Dude, my boy Joe was always like, you got to give it a name. I'll give mine a name. I'm like, no. And then I finally gave it a name, and he's like, oh, great. And fuck.
Right. Call it the fucking magical sad dragon or the crazy the crazy fucking raccoon that lives in your attic or whatever it is. Just take Jeff's advice. Don't fucking name it.
Don't name it.
Don't name it. It's like a stray dog.
Yeah, don't name it.
You can
you gotta
feed
keep
it.
it.
Yeah, you can.
Then you gotta keep it.
Yeah.
Once you name it.
You can put food out. You can take care of it. You can wash it. You be like, you know what? This dog's gonna stay here for a while, but don't fucking name it. Yeah.
Okay, so I lived a fast ass life, and that's where all the fucking demons come from.
Right. Okay, so fast ass life. Let's get back on track to like the origin of fucking.
I was just like, you gotta like if you could prevent. I was gonna say, it's like you prevent yourself from living too fast, you might avoid the demons because the demons live in the speed, man. They live in the fast lane.
Right.
They're there to project you into a whole nother realm beyond where you're at,
Right. Speed demon.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, we'll get you there fast, and it's like they absolutely will get you there fast. They will get you there all by yourself. You will have nothing but people you have scorned behind you.
Right.
And them demons, man, demons in life.
Demons be fucking tripping. Demons be fucking tripping.
It's like now. I was like, I feel like I'm trying to battle the demons now. I'm trying to kill off the demons, but I'm using their own shit against them now.
Right.
And that's what's fucking pissing them off and making them like hit me even harder.
So like we're talking about demons. So you believe, obviously, you believe in demons.
Did I say that?
I'm just saying. I'm going to say. I'm assuming. I'm sorry. Obviously.
Okay. So demons, like you mean like what? Define a demon though. What kind of demon do I believe in?
Yeah. Well, because I'm a person that
I believe.
There's no religion to me. That I destroyed the construct of religion.
Yeah. I believe that I believe that demons are what we create within ourselves.
Okay.
Like I created all my demons.
Right.
And now I have to fucking lay in the bed with them.
Right.
Now they haunt me, and like my demons like when I talk about they're in the fast lane trying to get you there, it's like the fast lane is all those really, really nasty ideas that are very effective that you get in your head. Like if I really wanted this, I could just go and do this and I would fucking have it.
Right.
And it's like, go hit a lick.
Yeah.
And go fucking get what you need by force of nature.
Right.
It's like
right.
that's the demon.
Okay.
That's the demon to me.
Right.
We are our own. Our heaven and our hell exist within ourselves.
Right.
And we decide the rest.
Right. So you believe in your own heaven? You believe in your own hell? Or do you have like a type of where we go at the end of the road?
I believe I've seen different hells because I've I don't know. I don't know if I should get into all that.
If you don't want to, that's fine.
I believe I've seen multiple different kinds of hells.
Yeah.
And I'm talking like hells on earth and also like fiery demonic inferno.
Right,
like,
right.
Through, you know, if you really want to see through things, I suggest taking psychedelics once.
Yeah.
And then maybe not fucking with it for a while, but then thinking about what it was that you saw on that trip.
Right.
You know, and then maybe
Ladies and
you
gentlemen,
might come with your own.
Don't do drugs, but
Maybe.
Nobody's telling you not. Nobody's telling you not to do drugs. Not.
I'm kind of telling you should try psychedelics one time, though. I kind of am.
But I mean,
I'm not
like
saying. Okay, so let's talk about that. Maybe
let's
a
talk
different
about
way.
it.
Maybe you could just like meditate deep enough.
Right.
Maybe
Well, I mean,
maybe you'll find some kind of focus of hell within yourself.
oof, that's some shadow work. Yeah. A lot of people don't like to fucking talk about that shit, dude. Working on yourself is the one thing that people get most offended about, because the things that people say to them are the truest shit, and they're like, you know what, fuck you for saying that. What do you want me to say? We're working here. We're doing this shit. We're getting deep. If you don't fucking like it, there is something in there that is telling you to be a defensive about it.
I'm dealing with my demons all the time. Like, I'm still dealing with my demons. You can ask my wife.
Right.
Like,
right.
You know, I want to say a shout out to my wife, Shelly, for just putting up with all my shit and also being a wonderful mother to our child and a beautiful wife to me.
I know that there's fucking days, man. I don't know about your life, but there's days where, me and my girlfriend will be having an argument and stuff, and she'll say some shit. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
How dare you bring up? How dare you bring up my shit?
They know. They know all the darkest things.
Which is really weird because they lasso all that stuff. It's like you feel like that it's everywhere. You know, all your shit's all fucking strung across the fucking house and in your car, and you're walking outside and everything's fucking bah humbug, and then they just fucking.
Oh yeah. It'll.
It's fucking weird.
We've been around all kinds of ups and downs in our lives, but it still means everything.
Right, 100%. This fucking podcast is going so fucking. It's just off its fucking rocker, dude.
Yeah, it is. We're not talking about any. Back to your
origin story, dude.
That's what we are talking about. We're talking about my origin story. We're talking about. I mean, you want the origin story of the song, the origin story of like me.
I'm talking about you as who you are right now.
Me, I am
the origin story that made the song origin story, bro.
So I've been through fucking crazy enough shit in my life that whenever I wrote that song, I just it was like, they'll believe this. They believe what I have to really say.
To be honest, like, the song is fucking it's great in the sense of like it tells the actual 100% story.
100% certified fact.
Right. I feel like it is. When I listen to that song, I'm like, okay, I can honestly see this shit played out in real life in real time. When did you start getting into music? Let's start there.
Whenever I was like fucking a wee little lad.
I
remember whenever I was like in like preschool, kindergarten or something, they had like career day or something. All the kids had to choose what they wanted to be when they grew up.
Right.
And some were like doctors, and I wanted to be a rock star.
Right.
And my teachers were like, a rock star isn't a real career. What you can be something else. And it's like, but I want to be a rock star. And it's like, well, what about like an artist? That's more of a career. And I was like, you think, I don't know, even as a kid, I thought that sounded stupid to come out of their mouth.
How
they
dare
just
you.
did. But I realized it was like I was like at this fucking super Christian Bible heritage fucking school thing.
Oh,
so
damn.
the rock star, I guess, maybe they were like, oh, he wants to be
the devil.
Wants to be the devil.
He wants to play for the
I was
Satans.
gonna come out with like looking like fucking Motley Crue as a kid and shit. Like, I was gonna get down or something, man. And they made me dress up as a fucking Picasso and I can draw, but only whenever you lock me in a cage and give me nothing but pen and paper. I will draw when I'm in a cage.
Right.
But like, that's it. That's what they did. Is pretty much they forced me. I feel
like artists that draw, and then artists that are musicians and performers and stuff. I feel like they are one of the same, except one does it inside of a thing.
Yeah.
They do it on something. They sculpt it. They put a picture up, or they
Art is art.
yeah, art is art,
And it's like-
and people feel that, whether as on the other side, musicians and songwriters and stuff.
Yeah.
You feel that from the outside.
You know, and it's okay that they made me be an artist instead of a rock star, because I am still an artist.
Right.
I am a musical artist.
Right.
I just they didn't realize that they did not decourse me at all.
It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny to see a teacher tell a child, "Hey, just be an artist," and they dress you up as Picasso. Like Van Gogh didn't fucking chop off his ear and send it to his hooker girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, artists is a little bit better. No, we're all the fucking same.
Yeah,
we're all insane. We don't know what the fuck's going on. We like, it's like, oh, dude, that's fucking crazy that it comes to that analogy. Like, artists are fucking as insane as musicians are, if not crazier, because their stuff is put into a perspective that you have to feel. Not the art, not the song or the sound makes you feel this way. It's literally, you look at this piece of paper, and what do you fucking feel in the inside? And nobody can control that. It's just you and that art. And I feel like artists are just like, that's what eats them alive. Honestly,
if I ever stopped making art, that is the exact moment when all my demons would eat me alive.
right.
That is what the game is right now. I have this weird ungodly ability from stepping upon the crossroads and making my deal, but if I ever stop, it'll eat me.
Done for.
Yeah, done for. Metaphors.
Right.
Metaphors.
Actually,
Metaphors.
you know what? Let's pause here. It's a very calming, a very calm part in the podcast. Let's take a pause real quick. We're gonna listen to a song. I shout out an artist. And one of their songs. We're gonna take a little break. We're gonna listen to one of their songs. So we're gonna do that. I'm going to shout out Big O. He's one of my homies. He's got a lot of stuff going on right now. He's got a lot of he just dropped a single called Banger with Kid Carrillo, and I think that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to listen to Banger by Big O and Kid Carrillo. The song is spelled Banger. It's on Spotify. It's by Big O, BIG capital O, and Kid Carrillo, KIDCARRILLO, and it's on Spotify. So here we go. Let's take a listen. Oh, nope. Jesus, sorry guys. All right, here we go.
Hey bro, Kid Carrillo, guess what? I had this ugly ass bitch tell me I was sexy, and I was like, thanks, I guess.
Papa went nothing but try to be a banger. Up in the sky like if I got a hanger. You can stay talking, you don't entertain us. Up in the buff and you pussy in nature. Papa went nothing but try to be a banger. Up in the sky like if I got a hanger. You can stay talking, you don't entertain us. Up in the buff and you pussy in nature.
Don't make me shit enough, it go bang bang. Different day, but it's still the same thing. Fucked up in the head, bitch, I'm insane. Can't see my tears in the damn rain. I can't feel nothing but the damn pain. Don't like being sober, I'm a damn plane. Hit her hard, attacking like a campaign. Lose it all, bring it back like Rogaine. Look at a boss, and we all coming up. Ain't no reason for what's dropping the bar. Dripping the sauce, fuck what they talking. They acting like gangsters, but moving the flock. Milking the clock, steady chasing at the money. Putting the beef in the pot. Let them all talk, they just be huffing and puffing. Climbing the ladder, won't stop.
Papa went nothing but try to be a banger. Up in the sky like if I got a hanger. You can stay talking, you don't entertain us. Up in the buff and you pussy in nature. Papa went nothing but try to be a banger. Up in the sky like if I got a hanger. You can stay talking, you don't entertain us. Up in the buff and you pussy in nature.
That's what I'm thinking they know. Blowing their brains and I'm finished the scope. Taking my time and I'm thinking some more. Give me my money is gold. Listen to what I just said. If you don't close your mouth, then you were dead. That's what I mean when I said, like what I did and you fled. Yeah. How come you never do that? Always acting like you bet, but you just wet. And you talk a lot of smack. That's why I bring it right back. And we ready to attack. And we coming from the back.
We bangin', it's bangin', they bang, we bangin'. Yeah, bangin', they bang, we
Papa
bangin'.
went nothing but try to be a banger. Up in the sky like if I got a hanger. You can stay talking, you don't entertain us. Up in the buff and you pussy in nature. Papa went nothing but try to be a banger. Up in the sky like if
Alrighty, we're back. That is Banger by Big O and Kid Cudi. Shit, Kid Carrillo. Kid Carrillo and all of this shit will be right here. Woo! And we're doing that shit. I don't know if you saw it, but Jeffrey just gifted me this badass CD of his EP, Convicted and Committed EP. And I'm fucking excited to listen to this shit on CD.
I appreciate you letting me on the show. And
yeah, definitely, man.
I like doing things like this. It's fun. I don't get to do it very often, so sometimes I'm a little nervous. And then we start talking about weird shit.
That's what the MOSHCAST is all about. A lot of people don't understand. MOSHCAST came from the term mosh pit. MOSHCAST insinuating that it's a fuck load of headbutts and punches and here's theirs and there's here's and everywhere in betweens and all the fucked up shit.
Mosh pits.
Yeah, dude. Like I was saying, I did. I had to redo Sarah Ruiz and Erratic's podcast, and we got. I know the universe was saying no. The universe was saying no one's ready for this fucking conversation because we got real fucking deep about some shit. I had Sarah almost in tears. We were talking about some deep, deep shit, and the fucking sound wasn't on the fucking camera, and I was so fucking mad because like. We were talking about some, like, the universe is we're all one and every, you know, I'm not even going to get into it because that's a conversation between me and them two. But it was fucking good, and the universe was like, nah, dunzo. We can't do that today. Now, this one right here, this one's off the fucking rock, dude, off the rock already.
Yeah.
We can't even we get into some conversations and then we get back into the fucking spaceship and then jet off into the universe about some other bullshit. That's why I like talking about that's why I like talking to everybody. Because they want to talk about some shit. And then I say something and it just diverts into something else.
I'll do that because like just randomly start disassociating or something like that, dude. Like I mean I don't know. From a young age, told me I got all kinds of like shit wrong with my head, like ADHD, and it just went from there to different things.
Right.
And I'll be like, oh, he's also a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and he's a fucking nutty little fucker. All right, y'all are raising a little nut bag, and I'm just like, huh?
Fucking. You said a little bit that you went to like a religious school as a child?
It was Bible Heritage. It was like here a long time ago. I don't think it's here anymore, but it was like.
I wonder why.
It probably didn't go over. I think it like I was only there for like that's like my kindergarten years there, man. Like whenever I was in second grade, went to South Georgia Elementary.
Right.
And I went to a few different middle schools.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if you stayed in I would say in your household was it religious?
No, it went public. After like second grade, we were in a public school.
Okay.
The house was like, oh man, religious wise, I don't know. My house is kind of crazy about stuff sometimes. Like one point, my mom thought Pokemon was the devil, and now she plays Pokemon like.
All the time. That's how my mom is, dude. Yeah. What is it? What is it with the? Are you the older child? Do you have any other?
I got two little sisters.
Okay,
they're all grown now too. But
and you look at it, and your mom doesn't give a fuck, dude. What is it, parents? What is it about the oldest child being the one that's like, no, you can't watch it. That's so Raven because the devil. But then have like fucking two other kids and like, fuck it. Come on.
No. She was like that with all of us.
Oh,
but
really?
Then, like, yeah. She was like that with all of us because we're only like a few years apart from
each
other. And so it's like, but then it's like whenever we got out of the house, dude, as soon as we're out of the house, she's doing it. And I'm like, what the fuck?
What the fuck? See, I have two younger sisters. One is like 4 years younger than me, so she kind of got the back end of what my mom was trying to do when I was growing up. But my youngest sister, she just turned 16, so she has more years under us. And my mom doesn't give a fuck, dude. My mom does not give a fuck. I go to their house and I'm like, where's Melody? And they're like, I don't know. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know? I had to be home at fucking 9, and it's already 8:30. What the fuck? I don't know where she's at. Well, Jesus Christ, I wish this happened to me. I wouldn't be in so much fucking trouble. Maybe I wouldn't be who I am today, but you know what? Fuck it, I guess.
Yeah.
I have a really bad taste of. That's why I brought the religion thing. I have a really bad taste of with religion right now.
Oh yeah.
I'll get over it one day. I promise. But right now, I'm gonna indulge.
I've been in and out of theological walks in my life, man. I've been in a lot of places. I've been a non-believer, a believer of many things, and a believer of nothing that anyone would understand.
Oh, okay.
You know, I'll tell you this. I went to the crossroads, and I was gonna fucking sell my soul for the ungodly powers that I already fucking have.
Right.
And I waited for the devil, and then the devil never showed, and I realized that maybe I am the devil.
And I realized I am the devil, and I have these powers.
Maybe I have these powers already, and it's like, and you know, I had a totem, and I buried it right there at the crossroads.
Right.
And I left.
Yeah.
And then the next day, I played the most fucking epic show of my life.
What year was this? How old were you when this happened?
This was just 2020.
Oh, this is the. Oh shit, dude! There's so much shit that I fucking now you've blossomed this into fucking. Okay, so we have.
This was on the. I did it on the night before Halloween, whenever the moon was like had this huge super moon.
Yeah, that was last October, right?
Yeah.
Damn, bro. Okay, so we have the origin story of Jeffrey. Now I feel like we're getting into the origin story of neurotic. I feel like that there's two names to this fucking story.
You know,
I don't want to. We could get real fucking dude. We have all fucking day. I don't give a fuck. We can have a 5-hour podcast.
Then all I know is that I don't know these powers. if it's really like I said, I've been in a lot of theological walks, and I went to the crossroads ready to see the fucking devil, and it was just quiet as fuck.
Yeah.
It was so quiet. It was probably, I could say that it was probably the quietest I've ever heard Bomb City. I went to it's like I actually found where there was like there's a church called the Crossroads.
No shit.
And it's right out there kind of outside town. And there's a crossroad right there by it.
Damn.
A huge intersection that's empty. And I went there. I'm looking.
And like what time was this? Where did you go out there and
midnight?
Do this? You're doing
stroke of midnight.
Yeah,
stroke of midnight. The whole fucking Robert Johnson spiel, man. I was trying to get the blues powers from the blues devil.
Yeah.
All right, man.
You want to get the fucking devil that played the fiddle and shit.
I was gonna have a rap off and pretty sure that I was gonna win, but like, it never happened.
Bro, you know how fucking insane that shit would be. You know how like we're talking about, you know. The devil played the fiddle, and you know you compete with the devil. What if the devil just started spitting the fucking bars? He was like, you know what you want, and then he just started doing this shit like fucking
like something I can't even comprehend, like fucking super fast rap shit. Then I'd start spitting super slow, but fucking skilled as fuck, and fuck his shit up. That's what I'd do. Dude.
That's crazy.
Like, oh, you're gonna be a fast rapper? Okay, I can do that, or you just blow your fucking cap back.
Dude, that should be a
smoother shit.
Copyrights. This is mine, and Jeff's. This is mine and Jeff's. We should make a fucking movie about it for sure.
About rapping against
the devil, bro.
The devil.
And be like King of the Dog type shit, where it's like you have a fucking audience, and it's just you and fucking Satan doing a fucking cipher.
I'm gonna get someone else to play me. I'm gonna get Keanu Reeves. He's gonna play me.
Oh, dude, that okay. Yeah. All right. I can see that.
You got the eyebrows.
Yeah. I want to get like. I'm pretty big, but I know that he's not big. But like,
you should get Paul Booth.
Paul Booth or Ritz.
Ritz.
Yeah.
Ritz is you're too big.
Yeah, I don't have hair like he does.
Tall.
You put that beanie on, it's all fucking.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'4" and a half.
Yeah, see, I knew you.
And a half.
I knew you was a couple inches taller than me whenever I got out of my car. I was like, oh,
yeah,
right.
Yeah. I'm 6'4" and a half, and I make people know that I'm a half because it is very important to my life. We don't have to talk about it on the podcast, but the half is important. I am big dog. I am alpha always. Anyway,
I'm 6'2" and a quarter.
I feel like we had this conversation with my homie. Would you? Okay, so you're 6'2" and a half or a quarter. Okay. 6'2" and a quarter.
6'2" and a third.
If you could, if you could, would you take 2 inches off of your height to put on your dick, or would you take 2 inches off your dick to put on your height?
I'd probably put it on my height.
You would put it on your height?
Yeah, I could do it.
You're confident?
Yeah, I'm confident.
You're confident taking 2 inches off of your fucking dick?
Maybe.
Dang. Actually, to be honest, I am 6'4", and I would take 2. I'm okay with being 6'2".
Yeah, I'm cool.
And then I'll just have a fucking mandingo, bro. It's
I guess I could. Wait, can I take 2 inches off my height now?
Yeah. You take 2 inches off your height and put it on your dick, or take 2 inches off your dick and put it on your height.
I guess I could add my, I mean, I could deal with being. I'd still be 6 foot.
Yeah, you'd be 6 foot and a quarter.
Least, that's 6 foot and a quarter.
You'd be 6 foot and a quarter.
Yeah.
I mean that's still good though. There's a lot of people that are 6 foot. I'll be 6'2" and a half.
I don't know. Yeah, I'd do it.
All right, shit, fuck it, I'll do it. I mean, like my homie, I think he's like 5'11". He was like, I can't. I'm gonna have to take the. I can't do. He's like, I can't do either.
Would you rather be buried alive, or would you rather burn to death?
Okay, so
You're sure going to. There's no way out of you being
dying.
buried alive. You're dying. There's no way out either way. But we're just saying, would you rather die slowly being buried alive, or would you rather die quickly in a fire with a lot of pain?
So here's the thing with being in a fire. A lot of people don't know this. Is we're gonna get very gruesome here, but a lot of people don't know this. But once you're in a fire, you do feel it at the beginning. Yeah. But once you're in there for a while, you don't. Go into shock. You just know that you are going to. That's why people fucking wail and scream, because they know that they're going to fucking die. Yeah. So I would say, if I can fucking enhance myself to fucking have fun while dying, I would probably burn.
I'm gonna give someone a hug.
Yeah, I want to be in this furnace, knowing that I'm gonna die, but also like dance in the fire. Bars. I feel like I would go in a fire. I get too hungry, bro. If I'm buried alive, I'll get pissed off. I'm like, dude, just kill me right now. I'll be so fucking hungry. Look at me. I'm a fat fuck.
I'm cool with being buried alive, though.
You think so?
I think so. I mean,
that will be by far probably the quietest time.
I would just mentally transcend into something else before.
Like you'll meditate, like the monks do.
Yeah, I would just mentally transcend into something else before whatever happened.
I guess you could get into that mindset. The monks did, and that's what they did. They would sit there, and for days they would not eat or drink anything, and then they would, in our eyesight, they would pass away sitting there, or they would transcend to something different, and that's what they believed. That they transcended into an all being, and I bet you could do that.
I'd be like Schrodinger's Jeffreyneurotic. I'd be like, am I in the coffin, or have I teleported out of it into a whole nother plane of existence? Dude, and am I about to walk amongst the earth as Cthulhu?
Dude, I talk to people about Schrodinger's cat, and they don't understand it. And it's like, how do you not understand it? It's like you put a cat in a box.
So that's the thing. If you bury me alive, you don't know for sure if I'm still in there. That's the thing. And if you don't know for sure, then am I still in there?
Right.
Am I dead?
Right.
Just because I'm in there, I mean, I could mentally transcend if I sat there hard enough and made it an experience. Right. You don't know. We have no idea how easy or hard that could be in a moment of like that.
This theory has been made into something to where it's like, if this is a theory, this has to have had to happen sometime.
Like Houdini.
Right, yeah, like Houdini. Now, do you believe in magic? I believe in magic. Does anybody else believe in magic on the pod? Who fucking knows? But
Houdini
I do.
was like notorious for like calling out fake psychics.
Right.
Wasn't he?
Yeah.
He would, like, if people like thought they were mediums, and like he would point out how they were doing it and shit.
Dude, you want to know something crazy? We'll talk about Schrodinger's cat and stuff, and being buried alive and stuff, and all that shit. You ever go down the road? This happened to me last night, or not last night, but the night before. And I usually phase out to the point where I'm driving, and then I forget that. I'm not saying that I forget that I'm driving, but I just know that I'm driving, and then I get to dim it faster. I'm like, oh shit, like that fucking happened real fast. I don't even remember driving. There was a moment in time where I take an S curve. And I took the S curve, I guess, and then I got to dim it. I was tripping out because I don't remember going to the S. I don't remember doing the S curves because once I get to that S, I'm like, okay, I'm almost to dim it. I'll be all right. But I don't remember doing the S curves, and I get to dim it, I'm like, did I fucking do that shit? Did I fucking do it? But then,
Obviously
like,
you did, 'cause you're
yeah,
in the
obviously you did because like, but that's the thing is like, if people don't understand Schrodinger's cat, that's the perfect example. Like, did you?
That's what they
You
call.
had to have done it.
That's
but
what they
did
call
you?
road hypnotism.
Right.
Like you can be hypnotized while you're driving, and you know your subconscious. Whenever you're in subconscious, your subconscious mind is 1,000 times faster than a tenth of your conscious mind.
Right.
So like, you know, if you only use 10% of your brain whenever you're conscious, whenever your subconscious is the other end of that, and
Right.
it's like the other end of that spectrum. So like. There was like I read this whenever I was locked up. I read a lot, and one of the books I read was this thing called Blink, and can't remember who wrote it. It was a doctor dude, but he went into like how the subconscious mind. He would let people walk into a room, and then spend like 5 minutes in there, and then walk out, and they'd be like, "Now, what is your guess on what this person is like?"
Oh, right.
You know, and then
right.
they'd make assumptions of this person.
Yeah.
And then they'd be like spot on.
Yeah.
You know, like because you can subconsciously be able to work that. So like if you can heighten your subconscious whenever you're conscious, that's being smarter, I guess.
What do you think about the what is it? The sleep experiment that they did? Did you read up on all that stuff?
Which you mean like the one where they deprived those people of sleep, and then they started like fucking like eating each other and shit?
Yeah,
I've heard that one. Yeah, that was a pretty. And then they were like, what did he say? They said something when they finally confronted the one at the end. He said, what did he say?
He said, I think they said, I think it's time or something like that. It's time to go, or I can hear them, or I can feel it. What the fuck did,
He said something fucking throwed, and it's like that's the, but it's like a, you know.
He said something fucking
I used to listen to a lot of fucking, throwed, man.
That shit fucking got me. He said something fucking throwed, I don't know.
Something throwed off. You know, I've watched a lot of creepypastas and stuff like that.
But do you think like that stuff is true, though? Do you think that like that story could be?
Could be.
That could be Schrodinger's cat right there.
It could be a very clever invention of someone who just is really clever at writing something that sounds super believable. And that could just be what the world wants us to believe. Now it's like I say, believe nothing you hear and only half of what you see.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Nothing you hear. Don't believe anything you hear in life. Only believe half of what you can see.
Right.
Because I guarantee you, like you may be, even whenever you're looking at something dead on in the face, there could be something of a whole nother nature.
Right.
That you don't even realize.
Right.
And
right.
It's like, I don't know. I've also been called paranoid though. So.
I mean, is Hillary Clinton a lizard person? Who knows?
Maybe.
Do they eat children? I think they do, honestly. Pizzagate's for real.
I mean, I'm pretty
Bush
sure.
did 9/11, and Nixon was the best president we've ever had. That's all I'm saying.
What the No, burn it all the fuck down.
Yeah, burn it all the fuck down.
Red, blue,
dude, speaking
the whole
of
White House.
burning it all down. Speaking of burning everything down.
The feds are going to be at my house tonight.
Oh, dude, they hover, dude. The drones are out already. They already know that I'm doing podcasts. But are you into like the AI, like the futuristic stuff that's happening right now? Are you into this shit?
Yeah, I see it. It's pretty fucking overwhelming sometimes, man. It's like y'all, we've literally made movies about how this can go very bad. You know, Terminator, iRobot, fucking every movie I've seen, even the fucking every movie I've seen,
even like WALL-E's pretty fucking.
WALL-E even fucking warns us about how fucking technology is just gonna fuck us up in the end. We're just gonna use up because we're
kids' movies are saying don't do this. It's bad, very bad.
We are killing the earth.
Yeah, we are.
We
We're
are
fucking
killing
it
the
up.
earth.
I mean, I feel like it's already done, dude.
Done for.
It's done for, bro.
There's nothing we can do
There's
at this point. Yeah, I've said that too many times. I said, you know, there may have been a time where we could have done something 20 years ago.
I feel like honestly, I feel like 2005. I'm saying it right now. 2005 was our dead end, and we're way past that shit. I feel like 2005 was the time where it was like we could fix things for sure, but you motherfuckers won't stop.
I was just still a little fucking scrubalo, fucking drinking Fago, and
you read up
still
on
had
Metaverse?
Similac behind the ears, huh?
You read up on Metaverse?
Metaverses, like different parallel universes outside of this one, where everything is exactly the same except for a few details.
Yeah.
You know, you ever heard of? Oh, you want to get into something deep? You want to talk about quantum suicide?
Oh, I don't know what the fuck that is. I was talking about Facebook, but
no. Okay, all right. Sorry, let me dial it back. I was about to fucking get into like, ooh, you want to bust out the big deep topic?
Let's talk about let's talk about quantum suicide. What is that?
Oh shit.
Let's do it.
Quantum suicide. There's different parallel universes besides our own.
Right. Okay.
Of us.
Oh yeah.
And you ever have that moment where you're leaning back in your chair and you're kind of going back and you go, whoa, and then you catch yourself
Yeah.
and you come forward?
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's a parallel universe where you fell back and died.
That is okay. So I haven't talked about this in podcast, but I've had situations in my life, not just the whole back. I've had visions. Yeah, I've had visions, bro.
Of you actually
of dying
in ways where you
the first one that I've ever had was a few years back. I was going to work and I was in this green Acura Integra that's in the front. The piece of shit fucking little thing. I'm a big ass fucking dude driving this little piece of shit car, going down back roads over here. You know that there's fucking deer, all that shit, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'll see deer every once in a while. So I'm just cruising, minding my own fucking business, going about 75, and there's a deer. I see it. I acknowledge it. It jumps out. I get freaked out, right? And it, I divert it, which is really good. I divert it. It's no big deal. But in that fucking instance, I had a vision to where I hit the deer and I fucking died. And I said that to myself. I got back on the road and I was like, I fucking died today. I fucking died today.
That's okay. Quantum suicide in a world, and there's a parallel where you died with fucking antlers goring the fuck out of your neck, and, all fucking smashed through the windshield, steering wheel, eating the bottom half of your jaw, ripped through your head and shit. Like,
someone found me 2 days later.
Yeah, but like, okay, so quantum suicide is like, there's a theory that all these billions of parallel versions of you, that all these other ones that die and shit, that end up dying in all these stupid freak accidents that you barely escape from.
Wow.
Like there's a version of you that just never dies.
Oh,
and just
shit.
fucking just keeps on going until the fucking end of it all, man. And like saying like you can take a fucking basically if you're the one that lives, you can take a 6-chamber revolver, 1 bullet, spin it around and snap it and pull the trigger 5 times, and you will still be here.
You're still alive.
Yeah, you'll still be alive. But then there's gonna be 6 parallels of you that fucking blew their five parallels of you that pulled that trigger and pop.
Do you think there's a universe where you always die? Like you never stop dying? And you just wake up again and every fucking day you die.
I think there might be like there's a version of you that just doesn't die, and then there's all these other versions that do die, and there's just like this realm of space just floating around with all your riddled fucking corpses and shit.
Oh
like
my
Schrodinger's,
God.
like Schrodinger's Jeffreyneurotic floating around, dude. Just floating around in space and just like in oblivion. And
Schrodinger's neurotic.
Schrodinger's neurotics, just like floating around, man, and all dead as fuck. And maybe there's like a there's like a dead consciousness in that realm that's like a combined collaboration of all that pain at once.
Right.
If we're,
and that is the epitome of HE double hockey stick.
Yeah. Yeah, all that fucking pain and suffering at once.
Dude, what if, because now I'm thinking about like what is in our universe right now, and what makes me feel like there's parallel universes. Have you ever, I know that you have, but have you ever just thought about like, you look inside of a mirror, inside of a mirror, inside of a mirror? You ever feel that? You ever see that when there's 2 mirrors together and you look in the inside and there's mirrors on mirrors on mirrors on mirrors on mirrors, and it just goes all the way down until it's a pitch black nothing.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that might be maybe a
And
portal to those universes?
Well, I mean, I've kept black. In my household, we've had black mirrors in our house.
Yeah.
Like pretty big ones too at times, and kept them in our rooms open at nights at times so that we could try to see stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like mirrors definitely are portals
To something.
to
To things.
they're portals to all kinds of stuff, man. Like I
believe
can't
100%.
even really get into it. Man.
That's
Hard to really.
That's why I brought it up, because I
a lot.
100% believe, because I'm gonna tell you a story.
You can get stuck in a mirror.
Oh
real
yeah.
bad, whenever you're tripping, because your mind is a lot more open to
Yeah.
those type of things, and you'll start to see things.
That's
in
why
that
people
mirror.
say don't go into a bathroom whenever you're tripping, like on LSD or shrooms, because you start looking at
And
yourself.
don't say Candyman 5 times.
Or a Bloody Mary.
Or Bloody Mary 2
Or
times.
Biggie Smalls.
Or Biggie Smalls. Or Beetlejuice 3 times.
Oh, come on. Beetlejuice is kind of cool. Kind of.
Man, that dude come up in here and raise all kinds of hell.
That's true, though. The reason I bring up the fucking mirror thing is because I lived in a house that the walls were mirrors, like literal giant ass fucking mirrors. The walls were. I don't know what this fucking house was, but I do know that it was insane that they made mirrors for walls.
Yeah. That is pretty insane.
Yeah.
That would trip me out.
I feel like maybe it
"Damn,
was
we're
like,
living in a big ass little fucking expensive portal that is
Yeah.
about to get smashed.
I feel like
whenever
it was like
get
maybe
drunk on the first night.
I feel like maybe it was like a there had to have been like a stripper pole or something, because it was just like one corner where it was like one wall was a mirror and then the other wall was a mirror, and then the other side of the wall was a mirror as well.
I can see that.
But my grandma passes, right, while we're living in this house, and at the time I was working a lot, and I would come home in the morning while my ex-wife and my daughter was asleep, and so I would sleep on the couch so that I wouldn't wake them up. Like I said, my grandma passed away, and I was sleeping in this portal room we were talking about,
Yeah.
and I went to sleep and I had dreams of my
Crazy ass
like
shit.
like real like I felt it was real, so real, like where I woke up and I was still a kid and everybody was in my house for Thanksgiving, and my grandma walks in the door and she is like the age that I remember her being when I was a kid, and I was bawling and I was teary eyed, and then I would look up at her and then she was at older age, maybe 10 years older, and then I would turn my head and tell it, and like, hey, grandma's here, and then I would look back at her and she's 10 years older, and like her clothes changed and her like her facial structure changed and her hair changed every fucking time, and I was crying because I knew that she was dead, and I was like, why are you here? And she goes, she was like, and I was like, why? Because nobody was acknowledging it, and I was like, why does nobody care? And they're like, they're just living their lives. You're here now, and I'm here now, and let's it'll be all right. And then I woke up. I was like, fuck. The next fucking night I had a dream too, but she came into the fucking door, and she just got off of work. She used to work nights at a nursing home, and she had her fucking nursing outfit on, and she comes into the door and sits down on the couch that I was sleeping on, and she looked tired as fuck. And I was like, Nan, like, what are you doing here? Like, you just got off of work or what? And she goes, yeah. And she was like, how are you? And then I started crying because, like, obviously I knew she was dead, and I was like, it's pretty shitty right now. And then she was like, I know. You can go back to sleep. And then I fucking woke up. And I was like, I need to stop being in this room. This is fucking with me. What the fuck?
It's crazy how death does that to us, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so you were talking about religion and stuff,
Yeah.
and like, why do people have religion? Because they're afraid of death.
Yeah.
Because they're afraid of it.
Yeah.
Because why do people do anything? Because they're afraid of dying. Why are people ambitious? Why are artists out there making music?
Why are we
and
doing
doing
what
things?
we're
We're trying to
doing?
make a mark because we're afraid to die, or afraid to be forgotten. We know that we're mortal.
Right.
Here's the thing, of all the theological walks I've been through in my life, there is one force of nature, one deity in life that has absolutely, without a doubt, shown me its face and shown me that it is fucking real.
Yeah.
And that is that's death.
Right.
Santa Muerte, is the fucking force of nature. You can't escape, and it's everywhere. And I've had a I've I've had to clean shit up, dude.
Right.
And I've had to hold death in my hands and put it in baggies and shit and clean up the mess whenever someone like offed themselves or something. And I had a really gruesome job for a few months at one point, and that was the most gruesome, death-filled few months of my life.
Right.
And it's that's probably attributed to like all my theological walks, and a lot of people's. Everyone's scared to die. They're afraid of what's there, and it's like, death isn't something to be afraid of.
Yeah.
And it is. It's something to be respected, not so much afraid of. It's something I feel like I don't know. I have a bond. That's the one deity that the Santa Muerte, whenever I started like getting introduced to that in my life, is like I was like, I got a bond to this because like there was something about it that just like made me feel more comfortable, not to be so much worried about dying. Yeah. Whenever the Reaper's on my side, and I'm walking with the Reaper.
100%.
And like, I'll just wear her cloak and carry the scythe and just walk with the lantern and just do what I gotta do in my grind, and just and not worry so much about the end. And that's kind of brought me back into more of it's funny how something that sounds so dark can bring someone back into a light.
Right.
Because that has brought me back into a light. Because that's
we're all gonna die.
Yeah.
There's no beating it.
I feel like there's something almost holy happening in my life right now, which is weird for me to say. Really there's something almost holy in a way, but I wouldn't call it like your typical. I wouldn't say if it's head in any way of like the typical Christian Catholic Jesus.
Right.
Maybe something like that. I don't know. Right. I know that I'm feeling something growing, a power in me.
Yeah.
Ever since I just started kind of letting go of all these worries about like what's gonna happen, and this and that, and then it's like I'm just gonna focus on what I'm good at, and that's making this
happen.
Yeah,
making this whole thing. Like that's the thing too. Is like
seize your goals.
Yeah. You know what's crazy is a lot of people don't like to see this.
All that energy and dread, you could use it to just seize this shit.
Yeah, be more positive. Fucking breathe a little. When I was born, I didn't give a fuck that I was born. Did you give a fuck you were born?
I vaguely remember thinking, wow, this is weird.
Right.
I don't know if I gave a fuck.
Like, you don't remember being in your mom's womb. You don't even remember being a concept. Whenever you came out, you didn't give a shit. You didn't know. So why the fuck are we worried about when we die?
The most I can like vaguely remember being a toddler, and all I remember of it is looking at the ceiling a lot. Because I'd just be on my back staring at the ceiling. That's all I really remember. If I can recall any kind of visual image, because I have a pretty good photographic image, it's just the ceiling.
Right. Right.
So that's like being
that's you becoming conscious. Like whenever you were conceived as a human being, whenever you became a human, whenever you came into this world, there was no worry, there was no anger, there was no pain, there was no strife, there was no stress, there was nothing. You were just a child, a fucking living organism with no conscience whatsoever of realization of time or structure or day or night or what cars were or money or nothing. It was just like you were just here. People don't understand that at that moment you weren't aware that you were alive. And you weren't aware that you were fucking dead. And that's where people are like, you are scared to die now because you have a conscience. You know that you're going to die. You are aware of death. You are aware of being born. You are aware of these things, money, time, family, pets, house, bills, all that shit. You are aware. But if you take all that shit and throw it away and say, today I know that I'm going to die. Today, one day I know that I will die. Whenever whatever you have to say to yourself, and you say, you know what, it's going to happen, and whatever the fuck happens, because you won't give a fuck. You can't give a fuck about bills or fucking cars or fucking family when you're fucking dead, bro.
I stopped worrying. It's like I worried about it a lot. I worried about it to the extent of like I've even been told by gypsy witches
Ooh.
Matter of fact, that I was gonna die from a gunshot.
Yeah.
And they're like, that's such a vague thing to tell someone. It's like, I could fucking blow my fucking brains out, or someone could just fucking come and a stray bullet could fall out the sky. I'm gonna die from a gun blast. I mean,
Oh,
fuck
dude, it's
it.
gonna happen right
But,
now.
like,
Poof.
I don't know. I know you probably don't want to be out hunting with me.
Right.
I don't want to be out hunting with anyone else. I mean, I definitely don't want to be out hunting with anyone else.
Right.
I just hunt by myself. I mean, but it's like, I don't worry about that stupid shit right now,
Right.
man. I'm not worried about death because I know that death is gonna happen, and you know, I feel comforted right now.
Right.
I feel comforted by that. Like, I feel like whenever I die, I'm just gonna transcend, dude.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna die. I'm just gonna transcend into something else.
Or just be like the Mormons and think that
Hey.
you're gonna be your own god to your own planet.
Probably.
Fuck it.
I know it's not. I don't think it's I've had my heart stop a few times, and I've
Right.
seen like I've had to like whenever I was younger, I was doing a whole lot of drugs and shit. Like the first time I ever fucking they had some fucking heroin that was all fucking China white, powdery and fluffy, and we
Damn.
mixed it with some coke, and I fucking did a fat line, and they fucking had to Pulp Fiction my ass back to life.
Damn.
And
bro.
right on this, yeah, dude. And right there is and like I remember falling back and looking up and seeing these fucking shadows moving up, like everything was fading to black, but then I noticed the shadows actually looked like these fucking skeletal arms that were
Yeah.
long and like multi-jointed and all coming together all crazy with long ass sharp fingers, and then they met in the center, and then the black dropped on me, and then that was the
That was it.
yeah, and then like next thing I know, I remember is like my fucking is like screaming and feeling like my mouth was full of blood, but I was just drooling, and it was just
Oh,
spitting out
fuck,
drool.
dude.
And I fucking had a fucking needle that I pulled out of my fucking chest and shit. And like, yeah,
Fuck, dude. That's rough.
that was one of the, but and like I was scared to go to sleep for like 2 days after that, but I don't know, I still was like passing out, and like every time I passed out having like some kind of weird, I ended up passing out eventually and like just sleeping for a long time as I just came down off all kinds of shit, and
Right.
just the most psychotic nightmares I've ever fucking conjured happened after that. But
That's insane.
yeah, that was my, you know, that's what my brushes of like, I know that there's something out that's waiting.
Yeah.
And it depends on where you're walking, I guess.
Right.
I mean, what's because at that time of my life, I was super into like demonic natures of things, and like reading into the 72 seals of Solomon, and like the Necronomicon, and studying
Ooh.
the ancient ones, and like
Yeah.
trying to read the Book of Thoth, and all this Aleister Crowley shit that I was looking up and finding, and
The Satanic
getting as
Bible.
deeper. Yeah, I even skimmed through that, and I was like, that was like, I felt like that's like baby stuff compared to some of the other stuff
Things
that I
that-
started really
yeah.
finding. Like, you know, there's holy magic in the fucking Holy Bible.
Yeah.
They call it the high magic.
Yeah. People don't
It is.
fucking understand that. Like, if you believe in God and hell and stuff, like fallen angels, they taught us astrology, they taught us medicine, they taught us science. It had to have been real.
Well, you know, you heard of you read about King Solomon in the Bible
Yeah,
and stuff. Like,
yeah.
God gave him control over all kinds of stuff. He gave him control over 72 demons
Yeah.
that had legions of their own.
Right.
They all had legions. So
Right.
he controlled these 72 with all these seals and stuff that he knew that God taught him, and that stuff is like you can find this knowledge
Yeah.
now out there, and
And it's
It'll-
true stuff. It's real thing. This is real. If you believe in this stuff, it's real fucking fact to you.
but
Nobody cares.
I don't suggest just anybody going out there and looking some of this shit up, because I'm saying if you don't have like a decent goddamn understanding of things, you're probably gonna end up fucking your head up.
Right.
You're just gonna end up making yourself crazy.
Yeah.
Making yourself crazy. Making yourself crazy.
Oh, he's on a loop now. He's on a loop. Bro, this whole fucking podcast, I feel like this is Jeffrey's origin story. You know, I feel like I'm gonna have to have you back, dude, so we can have a Jeffrey's origin story too. Like this is like levels on levels on levels of things.
And we ain't even done any psychedelic.
Yeah, we haven't even touched any type of psychedelic or nothing, man. Dude, I will say I do appreciate you coming. It was awesome. I need you back. I definitely need you back for the podcast.
For sure.
We're gonna make this into a series, dude. We gotta make this one into a real series, bro, because there is so much shit that we can get into about who you are, what you're doing, what all the music, all of that shit, all the good stuff. But right now, I think it's about time for us to wrap it up. Okay. I need you to fucking plug all the stuff that you have, what's going on, and everything.
All right. So real quick, you definitely need to get out. And on all platforms available right now is the Convicted and Committed EP, Jeffrey Neurotic. Look it up. It's on Spotify, Amazon, Apple, all that stuff, man. It's out there. Look it up. This is the part one. The next step is the next EP I'm working on that is going to be featuring local artists such as 806, Eli,
yes,
Lyric
Bars.
and Mass from Success Over Sleep.
Bars.
I'm talking to a few people now. We're about to make this one a big one. I'm about to bring back some cats that haven't even been heard in ages, and some that y'all just probably ain't even expecting to hear at all, man. And we're going hard on this next one, and that's just part two of this is like a trilogy.
Yeah.
Go out there and listen to part one, Convicted and Committed, and stay tuned for more, man, because me and Eli about to drop a music video soon for Off of My Head. I did a track with him. And we're about to drop that. We're about to drop videos for this Convicted and Committed EP coming up. I'm about to get those started and lined up, and then more videos for the next. And like a lot of stuff coming, man. There's a lot. You can look me up on the Facebook and Instagram and find my websites, Jeffrey Neurotic. Follow.
Just follow him up. All of this stuff is going to be out here. You know me, Almighty Sai, Instagram, almighty_s.i.g.h. You can find me on YouTube at MOSHCAST with Almighty Sai. If you found us on YouTube, go to my website at undeniablemisfortune.com. All of our merch, all of our albums, all of everything that you need to know about me is on there, even the podcast. We have a lot of stuff going on YouTube, so
me too.
Stay tuned. Every fucking week I have something going on. I have two things going on every fucking other week. So there's a lot of stuff. Jeffrey's definitely going to be back on.
Hell yeah.
We're going to make this into a fucking chapter book. It's going to be fucking awesome. I'm excited. But like always, I'll see y'all next week and go fuck yourself.
Whoop whoop. What's up? My name is Jeffrey Neurotic, and this is Origin Story.
This is the origin story of Jeffrey Neurotic. Based on 100% certified fact, motherfucker. Spit that shit.
Once upon a time there was a devil and a witch, and they fucked and made a baby out the darkest abyss. I am the first to exist, the sickest son of a bitch, and I was raising out of space up in an alien ship. Crash landed in the earth, was discovered by the shaman, sold to the brujas, taught to be riding, lost and forgotten, off in a coffin, buried in the sands where they buried Akhenaten, kicking and screaming our heathenist demon obscenities, or beating my penis and dreaming of feminine identities, or trapped inside my hell of a self-unlocking infinity, until I figured out how to teleport all my energy. Now I'm back from the land of Necropolis with the wings of a dragon and the head of an octopus, like a vampire god at the top of your esophagus. I'ma wreck the whole world to the side of the populace. I'ma spit an origin story of horrors and glory, and if you think it's corny and only, but forward the warning, I'm open and gory like hornets and swarming, and I don't give a fuck about your Polish deploying, okay? I'ma spit an origin story of horrors and glory, and if you think it's corny and only, but forward the warning, I'm morbid and gory like hornets and swarming, and I don't give a fuck about your Polish deploying. I'm an automatic out of habit like an addict in the attic, pulling rabbits out the hatches like a magic. What I mean by that is I got demons talking in the static, and they tell me how to rap and how to keep it going rapid, like I'm back up on the Adderall and hack it to the batter call and shack it till I spatter y'all and lyrically Babylon like Babylon. When I was there to watch the little tower fall, and everybody started turning rabbit like some animals. Then I traveled to the land of milk and honey with some honeys all around me like a bunch of pretty bunnies. That's a fluffle kinda funny, huh? I think it's kinda level. We was fucking like some dummies, popping uglies for some money. Then the sky turned black and the sun turned red when I came so hard I left the honeys all dead. So I had to move on, but I had to stay fed, so I wrapped a couple honeys up to keep the meat fresh. Stomping
moving through jungles. My every step makes you stumble. I'm the Jurassic, fantastic Godzilla, king of the rumble. Now I'm about to rock shit like a mosh pit. Got the whole world shaking like a hostage. My erection is a weapon I can send up into heaven like a blessing to your motherfucking god, bitch. I'ma spit an origin story of horrors and glory. And if you think it's corny, ignore me, but forward the warning. I'm morbid and gory like hornets and swarming. And I don't give a fuck about your boas deploying, okay? I'ma spit an origin story of horrors and glory. And if you think it's corny, ignore me, but forward the warning. I'm morbid and gory like hornets and swarming. And I don't give a fuck about your boas deploying. Oh shit, watch me roll up in a hearse. I've lived 10,000 years before the earth. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Just keep on breathing, man, that's not your disbelieving. You'll be bleeding in my curse. Ollie, ollie, oxen free. Y'all don't wanna box with me. Knock you out your block for free. I'ma make you grab some Z's. This is what the prophet sees. Necromantic Socrates, betting my philosophies, full of animosity. Ripping you to pieces, trying to stitch you back together like an Eddie King monster piece. I'ma spit an origin story of horrors and glory. And if you think it's corny, ignore me, but forward the warning. I'm morbid and gory like hornets and swarming. And I don't give a fuck about your boas deploying, okay? I'ma spit an origin story of horrors and glory. And if you think it's corny, ignore me, but forward the warning. I'm morbid and gory like hornets and swarming. And I don't give a fuck about your boas deploying.